Hi everybody, I'm Julianna Jaffe Leven, and I want to welcome you to Awakening Wednesdays, where we plant seeds of possibility and offer tools and ideas to help us on the journey of life, to come closer to our true selves, and then out of that to be able to live a happier, healthier, more joyful life. So welcome. Today, I'd like to just start with taking a nice breath. So often we kind of inhale first, and we don't really have any room for the breath yet. So I'd like to offer a nice, deep, long, extended exhale. And then allowing a nice in-breath, just to bring us present and to help release whatever we don't need. So, as those of you who've been following this know, my ideas are given to me in the night before, the morning of. I just get a download. This is what I'm to speak of. And this one came last night in a walk, and I thought, oh my goodness, because it's about me. And it's about you, because I'm walking on the journey right next to you. And I was reminded recently in my life about why it's sometimes hard to listen to the voice and for the voice inside that tells us our deepest truth. Because we all have one. And it is absolutely, as I've been saying since I began this series, our ticket to freedom, to discern which voice it is inside that tells us our deepest truth. And then to find the strength and the courage to follow it. Well, so recently I was reminded why it can be so challenging. And that is because sometimes we've been avoiding truth. We have told ourselves that things need to be a certain way. Or we've had something that's kind of like, kind of niggling on us. And we don't want to hear it because it makes me have to look at the more complicated things. And I don't feel like dealing with that right now, okay? And maybe I don't want anything to change. But I'm not comfortable, but I don't want it to change. We all know that little dilemma, right? Leave me alone. I think I'll just go do something, or I'll call someone up, or I'll eat something, or I'll drink something, but just leave me alone. Maybe I'll take a nap. And it's funny and it's not funny, isn't it? So recently, actually it's been over a period of months probably, I've had this little push, 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 push. And I try and move it a little in this direction, and I try and move it a little in that direction. And I don't know about you, but what happens for me is I am such a deep lover of truth. I know it is my road to freedom, my road to sanity, my road to happiness. But sometimes I have to go through stuff that doesn't feel like all of that. But when I am not in my truth, it doesn't feel good to me. And one of the ways I know this the most, and I think we talked about this one other week, is I start this like loop of thoughts. And I think I used the words before that like I'm a prosecutor making my case. And it doesn't even have to be a prosecutor, actually, what I realized this week, is I'm just making my case. And I can't get that voice gone. And it's persistent and it's agitating and it's uncomfortable when I'm with it. And it doesn't stop. It goes away for a little bit and then it comes back, keeps me up at night, makes me restless. And so this week the voice got persistent enough. It doesn't scream. What I've learned is the voice of truth rarely screams. It's just ever persistently present. And I had I want to say I had to, but really I came to the place of the choice of, let me look at where it's pointing. Where's it pointing to? And there was a piece that was something that I'd known deep in my gut for a very long time, but it didn't fit my story about something. And I liked my story, and it felt like that's the way it's supposed to be. And so I kind of held on to my story rather than open to the truth. And another truth is that I was scared. I was scared that if I acknowledged that truth, first of all, I had to change my life. And second of all, that like something bad would happen. Things would fall apart or whatever. And one thing I've learned in the years that I've worked with other people and with myself is that if we can give ourselves the safety that I can look at the truth and I don't have to change a thing, that's amazing. Because generally the scare voice is saying, oh, if you see that, then this has to change and that has to change and you're going to turn your life upside down. And it's like, oh, no, I'm in charge. I don't have to change a thing. I can just let myself know what the truth is because I've been living with it anyways. I've just been pretending I haven't been living with it. But I've already been living that if it's the truth. And so I spoke my truth. And it was hard. And I was tender. And the world didn't come crumbling down. And as I always know it will, a door is beginning to open. This is a big one, so it didn't like, smash open and the angels sang and the sun came out. It wasn't quite that dramatic because it's got a lot of legs to it. But there's a freedom and a breath that I haven't had around this area probably ever, but certainly for a very long time. And what I realized is that I just need to allow myself to be quiet a little bit, take myself away from being with other people, not just so I can hear myself, so I can feel what it is to be in this new space and to know that everything's okay. And I started opening to some things that really feel good when I'm with myself. And I didn't turn on the TV as much last night, and I didn't start calling people. I wanted to because I wanted the distraction a little bit. But I thought, what if you don't call right now? What if you just be with this? And it wasn't any big profound thing. It was more what I didn't do than what I did do. And that led me to taking out some watercolor paints, which I love to play with, and just allowing myself to be, allowing myself to go to bed very early last night because I was tired. It was a big deal to allow myself and others to see this part of me that I'd been keeping hidden from myself and from others, and to find out that life goes on and it's all okay. So I wanted to share that with you because I think we all live this on various levels. And we stay away. And the staying away is so painful. And yet we do it until we don't. And then when we don't, we find our way closer to our true selves and to our own truth and our happiness. And so I'll just share with you, before I was getting ready to do this today, I glanced at Facebook, and the first post I saw was, there are things we don't want to happen, but have to accept. Things we don't want to know, but have to learn. And people we can't live without, but have to let go. And so the one thing about life is it's relentless. I said this weekend I was visiting and I said the time is so relentless. It just keeps marching on no matter how we feel about it. And change does also. So I leave you with that today and just invite you to know your safest place is with your deepest truth. And you can go to your deepest truth and not make any changes in your life. It's up to you. You're the conductor of the orchestra. You're the captain of the ship. This is your journey. Don't ever give it away to anybody else. Take care. Blessings. I wish you a wonderful week. Bye now.